Happy Friday and welcome to 5 Minute Friday with Foundations Divorce Solutions. Each week we'll do a quick dive into a topic regarding divorce, mediation, finance, or mental health. So for today, we have a guest. Her name is Amy Alpeza, and she is our realtor extraordinaire. Amy has been working with Windermere now for 6-7 years, I believe, and works with a lot of clients who are either thinking about divorce or going through divorce. So welcome, Amy. Thank you
Thank
for joining
you.
us today.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
So I want to ask you a few questions today as we look at, real estate and divorce. Those are huge topics that many of our clients, are it's deep. It,
Yeah,
it
for sure.
do they stay in the house? Do they not? So the first question I want to ask you is, what is a CDRE and what are the requirements for this qualification or this designation?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a CDRE stands for Certified Divorce Real Estate Specialist. And that's something that I decided to do about 3 years ago. So after being in business for 6 years, and it was really after going through my own divorce and realizing how having this designation is so important to other clients who are going through divorce and who own real estate. So the designation, it's about a 2-week course online. They do ask that you have been in business for 2 years before giving you the certification. And it dives into a lot of different parts of real estate that most realtors don't think about. So not only, tax exemptions, it talks about, the mental and emotional component of just being there for your clients and walking them through the process and mentally getting them so that they can transition from maybe one household to the other. Um, and then also there's just understanding the legal ramifications and, working with a team. I think that that's super important. And just working with the financial piece, the legal piece, and the tax part.
Got it. And in terms of, I know you are super busy. Every time I try to connect with you, you are so busy, whether it's buyers or sellers. Can you
Yeah.
tell me, say, the top 2 questions that you get asked by your sellers?
Yeah, that's also another good question. So right now, I think sellers are, because the market is so hot and inventory is so low, I think number one question is, crystal ball thinking, is the market going to stay this way for very long? Is
Yeah.
it going to stay this way the rest of the year? And what I can tell you is I don't know about that. I don't have a crystal ball.
Hmm.
But based on, economists and what I'm hearing, what I'm reading and trends, we do see this market continuing throughout 2021, hopefully into 2022, although, as policies change and, this year was an election year, so that was a big change for a lot of businesses, a lot of families, and then also with COVID and people being able to work remotely is, are we going to continue to see the influx of buyers in our area, or are people going to be moving out and then the market's going to shift and go down? So I definitely don't see that happening, but as I said, I don't have a crystal ball, so it's hard to determine. I guess the second question would be, how do I maximize profits when selling, right? So what are some things that we can do to improve the house, to get it market ready? And then what's the marketing strategy behind all of that? So marketing strategy is really important. I think pricing in today's market is more important than ever. Buyers have this certain psychology that they're willing to overpay for a property, but if it's overpriced from the beginning, they won't pay for it. And
Yeah.
so, pricing strategy is really important. So I would say those are the top 2 questions I get from sellers.
Would you say, on a side note, you see a lot of bidding wars?
Oh, huge. I mean, it depends. It's area specific. I mean, I think, the Tri-County area, King County with it being, the highest, Snohomish County is kind of in second place, and then Pierce County.
Okay.
But we're seeing, I mean, I have friends in Spokane County and Walla Walla County, Thurston County, And it's pretty much the same. It's just not as exaggerated.
Mhm.
So that's something where, yes, I think every seller in this market is hoping for multiple offers
Yeah.
and bidding wars. And I was talking to a colleague yesterday, and she told me that a listing in Issaquah that was listed at 1.3 sold for 1.7, 37% over asking price. And it was just, I mean, nothing special, 1970s, you know, 2,800 square foot house. So yeah.
Crazy. Um, let's see. Let's turn the table to buyers. What are the top two questions that you receive from buyers?
Yeah, yeah. So from buyers, I think number one is how do I win out on these bidding wars, right? So what do I need to do in order to set up myself apart from everyone else?
Yeah.
And what I tell my buyers first and foremost is you have to be pre-approved. And that goes through the whole underwriting process so that when we get to the time where you find a house that you're ready to make an offer on, is you're completely underwritten, pre-approved, pre-qualified, that you have no contingencies left that need to be satisfied by your lender.
Mhm.
That's first and foremost. I think secondly is just setting the expectations. So tempering expectations about how much a house, in my opinion, is going to um, go over asking price.
Mm.
And then what kinds of terms are going to set you apart? So, I think in today's market, every seller is hoping that you waive all your contingencies, go way above asking and have a short close,
Yeah.
right? And not all buyers can do that. And so setting the expectation that where they feel comfortable, and whether that's, regarding the inspection, whether it's regarding financing, um, or whatnot, but just making sure that they're comfortable through the process based on the home that and the area where they want to live. Yeah.
What would you say the average escrow period is right now?
It's typically about 30 days.
Okay.
Some lenders can close in 21 to 25 days. But the biggest hurdle that we're having with financing is appraisals. So because we have so much demand right now and rates are so low,
Mhm.
that sellers or actually owners are refinancing too.
Yeah.
So we have a huge amount of appraisals that are being ordered, and we don't have enough appraisers. I mean, that's definitely an industry where we need more people to jump in and get into the business.
And
So,
qualified people, right?
right, right, for sure. Yeah. So,
Any other final thoughts regarding the real estate?
yeah, the market.
Yeah.
Yes. What I can tell you is, especially, where we live in a great part of the world.
Yes.
And I think as many people that are moving out and want space and acreage and maybe a different environment, there's just as many people who are moving in here. And so I would expect that demand is going to remain high on both sides, whether it's, selling and purchasing. But I don't know that we're going to continue to see this type of double digit appreciation over the next few years. I do think at some point pricing has to slow down to be able to accommodate affordability.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. So you and I are both part of the Vesta Divorce Seattle Hub.
Yes.
Tell me more about why you joined Vesta Seattle.
Yeah, Vesta is great. So, what I love about our hub is I love the collaboration of all of the team members.
Most
Um, Specifically, what drew me to Vesta was the collaborative model, so the cooperative model. And I know in divorce, we talk a lot about, there's litigation, there's cooperation, and there's collaboration. And I am a firm believer in working with other like minded professionals to bring the best, highest quality of service to clients. And going through divorce is such a unique and difficult period that clientele need handholding, they need support, they need guidance, and they need options. And so I just really love what Vesta model offers, and bringing like-minded professionals together for the best interest of their clients.
Yeah, for sure. So we have an event coming up on April 27th.
Okay.
Was that Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday at 5:30.
Yeah.
I would love everybody to come join us as Amy will be discussing the spring housing market in Seattle.
Yes. Yes.
And if any of the information that she shared here today, rings a bell, by all means, the link will be in the bio if you want to sign up through Eventbrite or directly through vestadivorce.com. And the other thing is, if you are considering separation or divorce or have any questions on what we talked about today, please reach out to us at Foundations Divorce Solutions and schedule a free consultation. You could even schedule a consultation with Amy if you are in the housing market. We'll also have her link in our bio. So we would love to connect with you. And
Yes.
even if you're not in the state of Washington or in the Seattle area, please contact us. We work with colleagues across the US who may be able to help you. And please share this post or tag someone if this speaks to you personally, or if you see that it may benefit somebody else. And lastly, if there is a topic you would like to discuss on a future episode, please DM us. Thanks. Happy Friday.